All right, so I'm probably gonna get zero people because I'm not used to going this late anymore. But I figured it's kind of good to do this right now, especially since eventually, come May, we're gonna be doing this live anyway when the whole big halfway to Black Friday Vincent sale comes on. You know that's gonna be a thing. So for those that are night owls, welcome to the Night Owl edition of Call to Cinema. And I'm Aaron, and tonight we're talking about just randomly talking about some Blu-ray stuff. We'll look at some of the announcements, some stuff that's coming out. I'll give you ideas, some stuff that's coming up on the channel, some stuff that's coming up on the Patreon channel. I'll try and kind of like I'll tempt you. YouTube, welcome. I am on late tonight. Hey there, Matthew. Is YouTube? Is this your first time on channel? If it is, then welcome. If you've been here before and I don't remember the name, I do apologize because it's later in the night and I'm not used to doing these late night videos anymore. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to do one. I just finished watching a Vincent movie. Actually, I just finished watching Trip the Teacher, which was way better than I thought it was going to be. It was like Earl Barton's only film, and I kind of wish the dude had directed more. I also wish Zalman King had acted more as well, because the guy plays a fantastic unhinged psycho, and he does it so well. So how are you guys doing tonight? So I have a few things I want to talk about today. I was going to dive into like some of the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I might look into the Severin. Apparently the Andy Milligan box set is selling extremely well. Did I make a mistake in not getting that? It is way over more than halfway sold out. I think from what I heard, if it's correct, it's getting to or under the 1,000 mark. So that's kind of a big deal. It's only 6:11. You're in New Zealand. Well, then I picked the perfect time. Hey there, AME. Yes, it's a late night talk. I'm going back to my roots. I'm doing a late night talk. And I wanted to talk about and look at a few different things. I just finished the movie. And I recommend it, actually. If you like kind of like the the grittier style films, then I do recommend and it's going to sell out. It's one of those, once it sells out, it's gone. Hey there, Jason. Jason will like that. I know Jason will like this one. Did you see Earl Barton's Trip the Teacher? Don't worry, I'm not going to stay on this. I'm going to do an actual review for it later on. But it's where it's like fresh in my head. I wanted to kind of mention it. Do I think anyone will ever release out-of-print Anchor Bay Blu-rays? Which ones do you mean, Hollywood Jack? It really depends on which one you're talking about. Hey there, Owen. Because there's definitely a few Anchor Bay ones that, for a long time I never thought. Hey there, Robert. Me too. I'm actually really excited to Hitcher in the Dark, although I won't see it till my birthday. I knew like it. Jason, we are of one mind. Trip the Teacher is one of my favorites. And I love the interview at the end too with Brenda Fogarty that they do in the special features. I haven't listened to the commentary yet though. I would love to see some of the out of print. What do you guys think out of print wise? What's your dream ideas? Would you love to see come on Blu-ray or 4K? Something that hasn't got maybe a past the DVD, or maybe it hasn't got a past the VHS stage, and you just really want it to come out. Like for me, Alone in the Dark with Jack Palance and Martin Landau and of course Donald Pleasance. Incredible film. Done by Jack Scholder, who made Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and The Hidden. But that's one of my favorites. Is Hitcher in the Dark better than The Fear? It depends on what you like, Owen. So they're very different films. So Hitcher in the Dark is Umberto Lenzi. And Umberto Lenzi is one of those guys where I can't say like everything. Like you can watch an Umberto Lenzi film and like a lot of them are different. He does a lot of different stuff. But if you like Umberto Lenzi, he's an Italian director, and he does really good stuff. He does tend to be a bit sleazy, which I don't think you're gonna mind. Hitcher in the Dark is gonna be good when it comes to that. The Fear is a very different. It's a different beast. It's a different type of film. Yeah, I know. I want that one rescued from Warner and put on an actual good release with special features, Matthew. The Boxer's Omen would be an excellent one to get a Blu-ray release. I see 88 Films doing something like that. It's just one of those, it's the 88 Films does work with the Shaw Brothers a bit, so it'd be interesting to see them like putting out something like that. They do have an Asian line, so that's not like out of as far as I know. As long as there's some elements left, it's something that's a possibility. Hey there, Shadow, welcome, man. But yeah, so The Fear is more of like a 90s type slasher style film, supernatural slasher. Yo, Cope. Hey there, Vince. Pretty Maids All in a Row. I agree. Rock Hudson. It's a murder mystery. Guys, for those who haven't seen it. Freddy's Nightmares. See, that's something I expect Scream Factory to do. I really do. If they don't get it, then that's got to be a Kino. Rest of the Val Lewton collection. Well, Warner's taken up the Val Lewton thing with All of the Dead, Ken, so we could get that. The Farmer. I don't see the appeal in it, but I understand people want it because it's not out. French Connection UHD 50th anniversary. That'll be cool. Fright Night UHD. For real. And Fright Night 2, actually. The original Fright Night 2. That deserves a release. You want a proper Alligator release. Agreed. And part 2. Because there is a part 2. Not as good as the first one. More obscure spaghetti westerns. Well, for a lot of this stuff, a lot of it, like you got, like French Connection, good possibility for that one. Like, definitely. Val Lewton, All of the Dead sells well, man. You're going to see more Val Lewton come out. If All of the Dead doesn't sell well, they're going to stop it right there. That's where it's going to go. Boxer's Omen, 88 Films, are definitely ones to talk about. Can't wait for the Blue Underground UHC of Dead and Buried. Officially announced. It was officially announced. I actually spoke about it down there, Dave. And they showed, one of the neat things they said, I hope you liked the cover that we've shown so far for Dead and Buried. So, which leads me to believe that they're going to go the zombie route. And we're going to get multiple cover choices for Dead and Buried. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'm expecting this to be like the regular one to be lenticular in nature and be much like Daughter of Darkness. That's going to be a really baller release, one that you're really going to want to grab. I really want Dead and Buried. But there's a lot of stuff out there, man, that I want to see come out. Is there a Super Cop Police Story 3 Blue? I thought there was. I could be wrong, Matthew, though. I thought there was. It's AME. Do you know if there's a Super Cop Police Story 3 Blu-ray? You usually know this stuff. Will I be getting when are they coming out? The Demons 4Ks. I do want to get them. There's a new boutique label called Air 4444. Yeah, actually, I saw something about them. It's going to release some Asian genre films on Blu-ray. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Freaks, Bad Company, Colorado Territory, I the Devil, L.A. Boheme, Roaring Twenties, Angels with 30 Faces. Angels with 30 Faces, that's a given for me. Gleaming the Cube, thank you. For those that don't know, I skateboarded. So movies like Gleaming the Cube, stuff like that, stuff that I want to see. I couldn't skateboard now to save my life. But back in the day, when I was young, and, when I got older, when I got my 20s, early 30s, I rollerbladed a lot. I got to get more active again, guys. I got to get more active. But there's a lot of good choices to go out with. I'm trying to think of some right now. I would like to see, on those TV films that came out that haven't got a good release, or haven't got like a Blu-ray release. I remember there was, and I'm not going to say it's a great film, but there actually was a sequel to Rosemary's Baby. It was a TV film. It was called Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby. And he's an adult at this point. So, as weird and as odd as that is, I'd like to see it get a release. Same with anybody remember Home for the Holidays? Like a Thanksgiving Day horror film. I think it's only ever gotten a release on like a really on kind of a budget label, kind of something like Echo Bridge or something like that, with a few of them on there. Have I seen Restless Natives from '85? I don't think I have, man. Yeah, AME will know that stuff, man. Amy and Flip are the two people. When you're looking at stuff like Asian Asian cinema or anime, that type of stuff, or then when I don't know, I will tell you. No, Demons 4K comes out this month. Holy crap! Is this an expensive one? Because I don't think I can afford it this month. My birthday is coming up on next month, March 31st, actually. So that's and I've been going back and forth. My better half asked me what I want for my birthday, and I keep going back and forth on what I want. I'm going over some stuff actually. Hey there, Kay. There's no. There's one. Not the Body by Jake one. There's another one. Body by Jake one. I definitely want to see come out. But there's another Home for the Holidays. I'm sure there is. Intensity 1997. Cool made-for-TV thriller. Similar to High Tension. One of my big ones, and I like the Andrew Stevens films. So the Body Chemistry series. And I really like the Body Chemistry series, guys. Cynthia Rothrock, stuff like Lady Dragon 2. I want both of those on blue. Special editions, not some pared down thing. The Night Eye series, there's 4 of them. I want all 4, not just the first 3. I want the 4th one with the with Jeff Tracta on it in it as well. So those are big wants by me. For me this month, I'm not quite sure. It's from February and March. It starts coming on to my as it comes close to my birthday. I can't really buy a lot, and I just have to like give hints to my better half of what I want for my birthday, and then she decides. That's what I do for this for the next 2 months. I drop hints. And then I rethink about the hints that I dropped and wonder, do I really want that? And do I want something else instead? And it's a whole mixture of, oh my God, that's the way it goes. I would love that Massacre at Central High. That looks like an amazing addition by Synapse. Synapse always does some great transfers on their releases. The Steelbook is sexy as hell. And the Steelbook with a slipcover. But here's the thing. You gotta love Massacre at Central High. You gotta love these films. I would be hesitant on buying The Farmer. I know nothing about The Farmer. That's why. Yeah, definitely. If you are here, please hit that like button. I know some people like to wait till the end to say that, or they like to say it right at the beginning. I will say it all the way through. This is a live video. You may not be here for the whole video. Hit the like button now. Looking for the Dark Forward release of which one? Dark Force release of Possessed by the Devil. Magdalena, Possessed by the Devil. I got to look into that one. I'll look at a couple of these there in a second. We'll look at them together, actually. Through the magic of Streamlabs, we can do that. That's the really neat thing about Streamlabs is I set it up so I can go. We can look on here. I brought up my Instagram. I brought up Down the Disc, actually, because they usually know some of the newer stuff that's coming out. I like to try and keep up with it better, especially now when I'm doing some more videos. As you guys always know, Saturday is my live video day. But I always try to surprise you on Fridays with something different. I have not seen Possessor yet. I've heard great things about it. But I can't find an uncut copy around here. And every copy that I find is cut. Or a DVD. And I don't want to buy the DVD, right? And I'm not getting it digital. Is it really The Farmer? Is it like a slasher film or something? Like in all seriousness, I'm asking. Superstition? Didn't Superstition come out from like Scream Factory though? Or am I thinking of a different film? I could be thinking of a different film. I heard news that Carnosaur, it was a rumor that Carnosaur might come out from Code Red, one of the Carnosaur films. And I'm saying, I actually hope not. Because I like the Carnosaur series. And I want it to get a good release. See, that's US Amazon. I can't order from there. Well, I can, but it costs me a fortune. Same as like, I can't order from the UK anymore either. Not from Amazon UK. You know how much it costs to order from Amazon UK? £19.90, like 19 pounds. Like 20 pounds really is what it costs. So what that basically means is it's equivalent to around like $40 here in Canada. So if I want to order like like say a UK release, say I want to order just a regular one. I want to order a couple 88 films on Amazon UK. It would cost me, and say there's even a sale, and I picked up like 3, right? Say they're like £6 each. That's like £18, right? That would be amazing. But then I'd have to pay an extra £40 just for the shipping. The Farmer's a crime drama. I gotta check it out. I don't know nothing about it. I'll just see if there's a trailer online or something like that. I hear people talking about it all the time. People talk about The Farmer. They talk about Iced. I think I've seen Iced a long time ago. Hey there, Haj. Welcome, man. But I don't remember The Farmer at all. I don't think I've seen it. When I'm Boxer, Chinese Boxer. Jimmy Wang Yu is cool. Anything Jimmy Wang Yu is awesome. Angela Mao Ying. Broken Oath. Was that put on the... I know that Ken Shout Factory put out a Angela Mao set at one point. My dad has it. It's out of print now. But I'm not quite sure what films are on it. Got to decide your Blu-ray purchase. There's the thing. I'm gonna avail of you guys because I'm going through some kind of purchasey thing myself, trying to figure out. So I'm gonna ask you guys some questions on this stuff. Modern Romance Indicator, Amazon waived the international shipping to give me the better price. What did you have to do for Amazon to waive international shipping for you? Because I have never been that lucky. We're watching all the Godzilla movies tonight before the new one comes out. There's a new Godzilla movie? Oh yeah, Godzilla versus King Kong. I was thinking you mean like the show on Godzilla or something like that. I got asked yesterday when I was doing a live video about the Godzilla set. I'm not quite sure who asked it. It was worth picking up. And I forgot. I was going to show the set off to show them at the time. And I forgot to do it. And I felt so bad afterwards because I don't normally forget those things. Do you really like you there, Matthew? How much to be able to collect or purchase Blu-rays, 4K for everything becomes digital downloads? Always. I think it's gonna like. Did you watch the Heath's Syrup Minutes video on the state of physical media? It was pretty good, and I definitely agree with most of, not all of what he says. It's going to change, but I don't think that it's going to change in the way that the mainstream stuff is what you're going to be seeing on physical media, like in a store. Yes, maybe, but I think when it comes to physical media, it is going to continue to go the way that's going right now. It's going to be a collector's market. It's going to be a niche market. It's going to be the boutique labels that keep things going. You're still going to have like the stuff that comes out, like your regular releases. A lot of them come out on DVD, a lot of 4K. You may start to see things going to DVD and 4K eventually, maybe even bypassing Blu-ray, to be bluntly honest with you. Because DVD, with new 4K, with new video game systems in, with all of them being able to play 4K, then I think you're going to get a lot more like look at 4K. And more and more TVs like that are coming out now are 4K compatible TVs. Legend of Spider Force, wow. Hey, Venom really answered. Oh yeah, I got to get those Twilight Time ones eventually. So my thoughts are that we're gonna keep seeing stuff come out, but 4K is going to be pushed more to the forefront. I really think it is. But I also think that the boutique labels are really going to be like what you're looking at. The stuff you're buying now, I don't think that's going to change. The Vinegar Syndromes, the Severins, the Arrows, the Scream Factories are not going anywhere. And if those are the ones that you buy, if those are the ones that you get, and Paramount has started their whole lineup of like a special edition Blu-rays that they do. So there's still like physical media is a really big thing. You're going to definitely see a lot more streaming stuff, but the studios, even with doing streaming, they're not going to give up on their revenue that they can get from either licensing out the boutique labels or doing like editions themselves of physical releases. And the thing is, you might get like 1 million or 2 million views on somebody that's watching the movie, but they're watching a bunch of other things on that channel as well. On your streaming service as well. Unless it's something new, like I can see people holding off on like putting Mandalorian on Blu-ray because you want to get them to the channel, right? But for a lot of physical releases, let's just say we'll take the Friday the 13th set for example, because that's an easy one. We know how many there are, right? 13,000. So you may put it on your streaming service, and eventually you're going to get a bunch of views for the Friday the 13th, but it's not going to create a lot of revenue in the same way that buying a $150 box set Ching is going to create instant revenue right away. And it's going to bring, and if you have the physical release, a lot of times that physical release is going to like spotlight the channels or the services that they might be on. Like, put it to you this way: I have Shudder, costs me like $5 a month, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys have Shudder as well. It's the horror streaming service, and I'm willing to bet that I'm not the only one right here talking right now that also has Shudder films in their collection. I do. I got a scare package I picked up right away. I watched it on Shudder, really liked it. Saw it at Walmart, picked it up. Roar, saw it on Shudder, picked it up. There's definitely, and they're well priced. So just because something's on streaming doesn't mean you won't pick up the physical edition of it. Did I pick up we don't have the UHD of They Live Forever. I've been looking around for it actually. But if the Blu-ray looks better than the UHD, I'm glad I waited. Hey there, Elvin. Was my Vinegar Syndrome and Beastmaster set sealed? Only a 4K disc was sealed, not the box. The box shouldn't be sealed. None of the boxes I think were supposed to be sealed there, Alvin. Only the inside, like inside the box would have been sealed, like the 4K disc on the inside. If they would have sealed the outer box where it's a bigger box, and it kind of comes over, there's always a possibility of like scrunching the box set itself. If you've ever gone to like a Target and you've seen any of that spider that goes over like releases, and it crunches the slip case and and sometimes you got a box set and it's crunched down on the box set. That's why you get like the bigger box sets. You really don't want to seal those, or if you do, you want to seal them loosely. Or the Christian. I gotta watch that. My kids tell me it's really good, actually. Oh, that's the thing. Buy the things you like, because that's to make more of the things you like. That's it's consumerism. It's the way that it works. If there's a reason that like some comic book companies are paring down their stuff. Right now, DC has pared down their comics a lot at this point, and that's because it's harder to sell in today's market. It doesn't help DC that every second comic book that they put out is a damn Batman book, and I love Batman, but that's way too much. Irishman for Christmas, that is awesome. The extras should be amazing. Have you really? You've done some live streams. I want to see that. He's a really cool dude. Actually, I was on a video with him. You probably saw it. You probably know anyway. With Master Chaos TV. We did a video together. Hey there, Kubrick. Hey there, Joe. But yeah, so one thing that I'm planning to do is I'm going to avail of some YouTubers and some podcasters and some people that I know eventually. What I want to do is I want to do some conversational videos. And I'll do some live ones, but I'm going to do some pre-taped videos as well. So and I will let you know ahead of time, because if you're a Patreon subscriber, if you're a Crimson Cult member, what I'm going to do is before I tape an interview and a conversation type video, I'm going to give you the chance to ask a question, and I'll take your question. I'll take my Crimson Cult members' questions, and I'll ask it to the person that I'm doing the video with. So just remember that. Pastor Cass needs some more videos with the wife. She is really cool, actually, and she and you can tell they're a good couple because she plays off like a sense of humor really well. We should definitely do a collab, man. That has to happen. I'm gonna be working on doing more collaboration stuff with the in the channel, and some are gonna be live, and some are gonna be pre-taped. And if it's pre-taped, you're a Patreon member, I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. You can send the question, and I'll ask the question when I'm talking to the person. So if I'm talking to somebody, like say if I haven't been able to speak with Jamie for a while, Jamie Blanks, but if I can reach out to him, then I'll then maybe that's something I can do there with him. I'll ask him about it and see if we can eventually set that up. And if you guys want to ask some questions, then hit up my Patreon. Aero Player launched online in Canada, $49.99 Canadian. You purchased a year membership. Yeah, I had it for a couple months. We had to streamline our streaming services, so we pretty much let almost all of our streaming services go. We had BritBox and Acorn TV, those are gone. We had Arrow, don't have that anymore. So it's been a bit leaner. This is also why I've haven't been able to do as many videos lately as I wanted to, because I've been working on some stuff to hopefully try and to up the up people that are watching the Patreon stuff. Oh, by the way, if you are a Crimson Cult member, please be aware that I will be doing a live video, and I'll let you know ahead of time for the Vinegar Syndrome Valentine's Day sale. So we'll be doing that. But that'll be my first exclusive live video for a Patreon channel. I've never done one before, but I know how to do them now. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how many Crimson Cult members come in. See what happens. We just got to find a topic, Amy. Hey there, Indy. Welcome. Oh, to the really different content? I was unaware. See, I think when I come on later, Indy, I get you on here. But when I don't come on till earlier, I kind of miss you sometimes. Did you? I have to ask you, Indy. Did you buy the Andy Milligan set from Severin? Because I didn't. I'm kind of curious who picked it up and who didn't. I know it's apparently selling well. But I'm not doing well enough right now to buy an Andy Milligan set. In all honesty, I think I'd save up and buy the book first. But I'm on a room. Here's a room poll. To do right now. So Shadow bought it. Kobe got it. Eric got it. Welcome, Eric. I didn't see you there, by the way. So you're going to have a great set with a lot of features, which are going to be really cool. I would have loved if they add on a documentary. Hey there, Craig. Welcome. Did I watch any good? I did. I watched Trip with the Teacher, and it was really good, Craig. Vinegar Syndrome, I recommend picking it up. It's a limited edition one, so it's well sell out, and when it sells out, it ain't coming back. Let's see the Underworld series in 4K. Underworld series is something I'm pretty sure you're going to get 4K of you. That's pretty much like that. That's almost a given, I say. I've actually been getting into a lot of the film books a lot more. I do I've been reading the Stephen Thrower Franco book every night, and that's been my go-to, and I'm getting a lot of pleasure out of the reading, because you know what, the fact of it is my job gets me on phones and gets me online all the time. I come off, I watch and review movies. I come on here. So it's nice to have that little bit of time when I'm just disconnected from everything. So that's the that's probably why I'm kind of enjoying reading right now. Scream Factory said they have a big announcement coming up really soon, but I haven't heard anything yet. As soon as it comes up, I promise I'll have it on the. We'll be talking about it here on the channel. There was a couple announcements today. Not any really big ones. Hey there, Michael Moore. You grabbed the Andy Milligan set? I wish I could, man. But I'm glad you're getting it. I will live vicariously through you. So, for those that are getting the set, have you watched Andy Milligan before, or is this going to be your dive into the filmmaker? Because I know a lot of people that bought the Adamson set had like zero clue who Adamson was before the set came out, or before the documentary at least came out, which they watched. But most people just bought it like sight unseen. You have Lars von Trier. What's my take on the new Pet Sematary? Good and bad. I mean, like, it's definitely more disturbing, like, in a way. The ending is definitely meant to be more shocking. Like, I won't go into it. I won't give away the ending for the new Pet Sematary. I thought it was good for what it did. It's one of those where I like the original better, but I do appreciate the fact that they decided to take things in their own direction. And I always like when they do that, but still kind of respect the source material. And I think that with Pet Sematary, they really did that. Like, it was one of those, it was uneven for people. And I think one of the main big things is something that they do a lot of times is basically they give away too much in the trailer. The historical aspects of the box sets. That's the reason I would have picked up the Milligan set, actually. So Milligan is, if you've got the L. Adamson set, and you haven't seen Milligan before, Milligan is not Adamson. You're going to be lower budget than Adamson. Just, know that. And it's not Herschel Gordon Lewis either. It's going to be lower budgeted than Herschel Gordon Lewis. Oh no, man, not for me. Rob Zombies 2 is just like whacked out there. It's See, I'm not a Rob Zombies 2 fan though. Like, I don't like Rob Zombies Halloween 2. I just can't do it. I've tried. I really have. This is cinema. I know you feel, man. And if you're liking this video and you want to donate, there's a donation link right down in the lower part of this video right now. So get your name flashing up on the screen, scare everybody with the overly loud alert box for donations. All that jazz. My eye is itchy. Well, the thing that really sets apart the old Pet Sematary from the new Pet Sematary is, you know what it is. One, well, Gage is really creepy, for one. And the other thing, it's a given. Sometimes dead is better. That, you can't beat Fred Gwynne. As much as I love John Lithgow, who's a great actor, by the way, you cannot beat Fred Gwynne. Milligan Indy is an extremely low-budget filmmaker. His highest budget couldn't have been more than $20,000 or $30,000. So yeah, think of kind of a lower-budgeted Herschel Gordon Lewis. Not all of his films, but some of his films, with a lot more talking. Like a lot more talking. If Fred Milligan was the rats are kind of the werewolves are here. That I've never heard anybody say before, but all right. Mary Harron's a good director. Mary Harron's a good director, so that's the big thing there. By the way, Craig, I got the Christmas card today actually. So thank you very much. To you and VP and Vanessa and everybody and Jason, all you guys. I got the Christmas card today. So for those that sent like the Christmas card and sent me the box set, thank you. I really appreciate that. They're a low budget. It's a really good thing. Now, see, Michael, that's the same reason that I look into. I'll go into more of the, and I don't talk about it on here, but some of the adult cinema, the erotica. Um, Not so much like that I have to know the film. I like to know the history behind those films. Charlie Varick, oh nice, good movie by the way, really good movie. Yeah, no, I just can't. I was shocked. I thought it got lost in the mail somewhere. Am I planning on getting Dead and Buried? I really want that one. I really do. Milligan movie, too much talking without good sound, a lot of echoes and rooms. That's not an unfair assessment. Though sometimes the dialogue is really good. When he's on point, it's kind of really good. Getting to the Spanish director who did Vampires, Jose Larraz, and the Florida director behind Sting of Death, William Griffey. Jose Larraz and William Griffey. If you like vampires, there's this really cool little film. Uh, there's a few films that he did. Black Candles is probably one of the most underrated ones that he did. Uh, highly erotic, a lot of nudity in that. Just know that when you go in. But I like Black Candles. Of course, God, what's the one he did with Angela Pleasance? It was so good too. Symptoms. That was an excellent film. Some of these later 80s slasher ones aren't too bad either. Edge of the Axe, stuff like that. They're pretty cool. I actually really dug Edge of the Axe. I watched it on the Arrow player, and now I got to own it. See, streaming is not something for me that like, oh man, I got streaming. I'm not going to buy movies. Streaming means I'm gonna buy more movies. Hey, Richard, welcome. I wish I was retired too. I'm trying. I'm working on it. I've got this channel here. I'm trying to retire. You guys aren't helping me. The Fantasist. There's one I haven't seen or heard about in a long time. I loved Edge of the Axe. Especially the ending. Edge of the Axe is one of the ones that I really dug. Do I know from Iran? The Coker trilogy. Vaguely. Not a lot. You got a 35mm print, but it's a cut English print. That's kind of cool though, man. You got 35mm print at all is amazing. Back in the VHS days, I was working on like procuring some 35mm prints for films that I wanted to buy, like the rights of. Fright Night versus Lost Boys. Both are great films, but Fright Night all the way. It's the best vampire film of the 80s. Deadly Manor is really cool. I like Deadly Manor. I think Edge of the Axe has a better story, but Deadly Manor is more atmospheric. And I do love Martin, so man, you got good taste there. Oh, Whirlpool was Whirlpool was dark, man. I like Whirlpool. What is it's a dark one, you know. Some of his titles are like, they're kind of nihilistically dark. When you're like, oh man, I'm gonna watch one of these early Larraz films, but I'm gonna have a drink and watch the Three Stooges short afterwards, because if I'm not in a good mood, it's not gonna cheer me up. Living Dead ranking. I will do a Living Dead ranking down the road. That's actually on the docket. Hey there, AEW. Welcome, man. Demons, Bear Ground. Bear Ground's awesome. Bear Ground, of course, is by Andrea Bianchi, which it was a favorite like director of mine. He's kind of like does insane stuff. Did I hear about the Red Dark? Actually, I talked about that yesterday. You weren't here yesterday. Is it an OCN? I think they found elements. So I'm not sure if it's an OCN or not. I know that Shout Factory had one heck of a time when they released Dog Soldiers. I don't think it was like a good print, but apparently Second Sight got a better print for their Blu-ray edition, and they got enough elements to do like a 4K. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm not sure if Whirlpool influenced Last House on the Left. There's a few films that probably influenced Last House on the Left, stuff like Virgin Springs, stuff like that. They probably influenced both of them. I don't have any 60mm prints of anything. I got like some 8mm reels and stuff like that, and some Super 8 reels. There's a stream earlier tonight on Nightmare, and Net Watch Zone's channel discussing Alien 3. I probably would not have been good for that, Kubrick, because I would have not been like the the most like generous person in that film. You know I don't like that one. I'm buying a bunch of violent 80s and 90s anime movies recently. Nice. When I started buying anime was in the VHS days, and I would get it straight from Japan. There was, most of the time, it was like a shot in the dark. You just like, you pay like 25, 30, 40 bucks. I was in college. I had money. And most of the time there would be no subtitles. It wouldn't be dubbed over or anything like that. You'd watch it in its native language and you try to understand it. You don't know how many like Dirty Pair episodes I saw, or Bubblegum Crisis, without knowing what the hell was going on. But I just loved it anyway. Strip Nude for Your Killer is a fun film. And by the way, that is also Andrea Bianchi, who somebody mentioned up there as well. Well, yeah, that's part of it. I thought it's not just the death of Newt, because Newt is the arrogance of the of the death of Newt, and the killing of Malcolm Bian's character as well. And I do apologize, I can't remember his character's name right now. But I do think there is a supreme, and this was what, and just so you know, Fincher was going to do this whether or not like the studio interfered. He was killing Newt. And the setup was just so well done. And Aliens 2 is still one of my favorites, right? That to just like, you know, to come on and your stamp is to come in and just crap on what was there before, when there would be no movie for you to make if there wasn't a movie there before. That's the height of disrespect. But here's the thing. You can make lots of dark films without going that route. You can do lots of things without like crapping on the stuff that came before it. Now it's called Motorama. Oh, really? What's the scariest game I've ever played? I don't know, man. It really depends. Because, you know, when I'm older, and two, what affected me like back then, or may not affect me now, same as it did. When I played Resident Evil 3, and there was like scenes of that freaked me out back in the day. But I really don't know. There's a few of the Silent Hill games that unnerved me. I don't have any deep cuts for that one. Fincher crapped on Orson Welles? Are you serious? At his best, Fincher is never going to be as good as Orson Welles. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that right now. Bordello Blood is fun. Yes, Storm Warning needs a good Blu-ray release. Urban Legend got it. Valentine's got it. Where's our Storm Warning like special edition? Alien Isolation. No, that's scary. That's much scarier than Alien 3. What's my favorite found footage film? I like the VHS series, well, the first two of them, and Wreck. I really loved Wreck. So I can't think of anything else right now, but I'm going to go with Wreck, and I'm going to like really shock you guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, I like the first three actual paranormal activity films, and I think they're as much as people crap on them because they did well, but I actually think that the paranormal activity films were a really nice exercise in how to do found footage films right and how to optimize the tension without going for the cheap jump scare. That's how I go with it. See, this is my later in the night type video, so you're gonna get me more uncut than I normally am. I'll give you like bluntly honest answers. I will be running. I'm gonna hype up my Patreon again. I'm gonna do it. A Call to Cinema Uncut videos that are gonna be strictly for the Patreon stuff. So that's when you're gonna really get me uncut. When I can talk about stuff that I cannot talk about on here. So just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, the Nightmare board game. That was awesome, man. Yes, MVD Rewind is putting out Action USA, which is kind of cool. What is not cool is all those. I'm not sure if any of you guys are on those Vinegar Syndrome like Facebook pages. I've only really got Facebook now for my family, to be honest with you. But anyway, so I go on there, and every second like post is like a joke post about like another company putting out Action USA. And I'll be honest, after the first joke post, okay, you have a great evening, man. Hey there, Jerry. After the first joke post, I was really sick of it. I was sick to death of seeing the Action USA posts. They're lame, man. They're like the meme that people overdo or the song that gets played too much. Would I talk politics on Patreon? I might actually, because it's Patreon. But it's all going to depend. I'm not going to go into something where people are going to get uncomfortable or feel insulted. But I'm going to be definitely more uncut. That's the thing. I can talk films that people can't that I can't talk about on here. Oh God, please don't politics. See, Dave understands. But when I say I'm going to be doing like the uncut on Patreon, that means I'm going to be talking like there's a Vinegar Syndrome sale coming up. It's a Valentine's Day sale. It's not a sale I can really talk about like freely on here. But it's something that I can talk about on my Patreon channel. I can do a live video for that. I'm going to be doing that for a few different sales and releases and stuff that I really kind of want to deep dive in, because here's the thing. The people that have like, you know, have come in and, you know, it's important to me and they've been around and it's been hard. I mean, like, especially lately on the channel, it's been hard. You know, sometimes it can be like 7 or 8 days before a donation or super chat or anything comes in. So I extremely appreciate my patrons. And I do want to kind of like be able to bring them something that they can't get like elsewhere. And that's kind of what I was trying to do with the scorecards, what I've done by doing my first kind of visual essay, which was on the Bruce Springsteen's album Born in the USA. I did that as a Patreon video, and some interviews, like, and them being able to ask questions, exclusive questions. That's going to be like a reason for that as well. Maybe get some of you guys interested. But I got to be honest. Like I'm honest with you guys, like all the time. Uh, Best horror themed adult titles that will be on sale for Vinegar Cinema recommendations. Not on this channel, Jerry. Unfortunately, I can't. But I will. I will be having them. Uh, if you're on my Patreon channel, I'm going to be doing a video about it, a live video, where I'm going to be talking about the whole works of the Vinegar Cinema stuff. 3 weeks off for spring, nice man. A lot of movie watching time. I wish I had that. I had one of the worst freaking days today. I gotta say, it was so bad. I literally almost quit. And I'm like, I can talk to you guys. Thank you, Twisted Cinema. I truly appreciate that. Oh, I almost quit my job today. It was rough. I had a day where because I do a job where basically I talk to people over the phones a lot. I do a lot of supervisory work. So a lot of times when people get to me, they're already kind of riled up a bit sometimes. Most people are really nice. But sometimes you'll get somebody that's really, really not. And that happened a few times today, actually. So the one thing that I recommend, if you ever got to call somebody, like a company, or maybe something's gone wrong, I don't know, with your phone, or you're calling to return an item, or whatever. The sound is meant to scare you. Actually, there used to be a zombie up there. I got to get the zombie to come back down. Then be a decent person. Be a good human being. No matter, like, you could be upset about something that's happened. I do customer service. I did like customer service. Now I do more supervisory customer service. Yeah, so don't be a jerk. It's okay to be upset about something, but the person on the other end of that line, it's not their fault. And it doesn't help. If you yell at somebody, if you talk down to somebody, you're not going to get as good service. And you could be talking to me. So just remember that, because I'll remember you for when you're on here. But no, I don't, because I'm looking forward to seeing Dune. I'm interested. I'm actually intrigued. My better half is really looking forward to it. She's a huge Dune fan. She read the books and everything, right? Actually, I did too, but a long, long time ago. Yeah, Joe, it's not good, man, when you get it. It can ruin your entire day. Like, I was going to do this video earlier. I thought I'd do this video earlier. I'm glad I did later in the night. But I was so down when I got off work tonight. You get those moments when you just feel, I was lost. I was legit lost. Exactly, and most of the time, like, they go above the script. I know. I used to work for Comcast like years ago, and not one of the easiest companies to work for is Comcast. But if you were nice, I did, like, I bent over backwards to try and, like, make it work and get you a cool deal to get you stuff done. If you were a jerk, it was like just being like, well, if you really don't want to do this, if you don't want to reset you want to reset that modem, well, we could just cut your service. Have I seen the two movies too? Superfly, TNT, and the one called Return of Superfly. Yeah, I remember them. So yeah, I've seen them. I got one of them here, actually. What's some good bad workday films to watch? Bad workday films. That's a good question, actually. Office Space is always kind of one of my go-tos because literally, I worked at. I was there was a time when I was that guy from Office Space. But if you falling down, there's a good one. If you were to ask me now what type of person I am, hey there, Dustin, welcome, man. When it comes to working, like in an office like setting, I'm literally John Krasinski's character from The Office. That's me. That's me when I'm actually in a workplace. Not working from home. Oh yeah, Office Space I've seen many times. Waiting is great. I love Waiting. I don't like the second one so much, but I like the first one. I like Waiting. Waiting 2, not so big on. But Waiting with Ron Reynolds, right? I'm pretty sure it's Ron Reynolds. Hey, Robert, you have a good night, man. You rest up. We're both looking forward to the same release. And hopefully we'll be able to watch them and talk about them. Audition. Excellent film, man. Did you like it? Takeshi Miike. Gotta love him. No, I do not have all the. I got some of the Shaq movies, but not all of them. I don't have the TV movies or the series. There was a series too, actually. That's like I got the Walking Tall series, like the TV series, not the films. Like I actually don't have the Walking Tall films, you know that, but I actually do have the Walking Tall TV series. I'm actually proud of that one because it's one of those like little known TV shows. Sony and Microsoft working together on MLB The Show 21. Although I'm not a huge baseball aficionado, I am been very impressed with the show video game series. So that is interesting. 9 to 5 is an excellent film. Actually, there was was a bit last year. Like I was a bit I was kind of in the dumps. I was having a few more of the days like I had today, right? And I really wanted to see 9 to 5, and I couldn't find it like anywhere. It wasn't on any services, anything like that. I couldn't find it in any stores. I was just walking by it. It's a really crappy day. This like superbly crappy, soul crushing type of day, kind of like today. And I was walking through Walmart, and right there in the $5 bin, right on top, was 9 to 5. My better half was in Morocco. I was just on my own. It was just depressing and lonely. And I picked up 9 to 5. Bought it was only $5. Came home, watched it, completely cheered me up. It was a fantastic one. Jason X is not a bad film. Now I do remember there was a TV series 9 to 5 too, and Dolly Parton's I think it was their cousin or something like that was in it. I think the console wars is a good thing, Jason. I think it's going to be bad if there's not a console wars, because as much as we want them to work together, it's the console wars that's going to bring in more money. Oh yeah, there's a Walking Tall TV series, man. It's the first episode, Indy. By the way, the bad guy in the very first episode of the Walking Tall TV series. You know who it is? It's Robert Englund. Like, not joking. Robert Englund is the bad guy in the first episode of the Walking Tall TV series. It was put up by Shout Factory. Didn't last long. I think it was around 13 episodes, somewhere around there. But definitely worth getting. Hey, Coach, welcome, man. Exactly. Movies in general are great after. Some movies are. Like, I'm not going to put on any Bergman after I've had a bad day. I'll tell you that much right now. It's not going to do it for me. I love Best Little Horse in Texas. It is one of my all-time favorite musicals. And I know every word of every song in Best Little Horse in Texas. And I saw it in theater when I was young. And my favorite character is, of course, the senator. With the whole. I'll check here. I got something. I just got a notification. I want to see if it's anything for the. Where's that at? Sometimes I check just to make sure that there's not a. Nope. I was hoping it was like a movie announcement or something, but it was just a news announcement. Nothing bad, just regular news. Shock to the System. I love a Shock to the System. Excellent film, by the way, Matthew. Who was the lead in Walking Tall, Michael? Oh, it's Bo Svensson. Same as the guy in the sequels. The guy from the movies actually went and did the series as well. So if you like Bo Svensson, then he was in the Walking Tall. He was the guy. He played him again in the TV series. But yeah, the senator, played by Charles Durning, in Best of Horrors in Texas. If you haven't seen that, there's a movie that will pick up your spirits. Even with the Hard Candy Christmas song, there's still, you can't not watch that sequence with Charles Durning, he's got the cowboy hat on and he puts it on sideways and then just turns his head. Classic, man, classic. It's a cool one. What's my favorite known horror film? What do you mean by known? I guess that's the best question to ask. Crab and Dolly Parton sings "I Will Always Love You." Still the best version of "I Will Always Love You," by the way. Not the Whitney Houston version, the Dolly Parton version. Still the best version. Taking Care of Business. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Yeah, I get choked up during Hard Candy Christmas. I really do. See, we can talk about a lot of different things on here. Some people love it, some people won't. But this is a taste of what you're gonna get when I go uncut. Non horror film. Oh, sorry. What's my favorite non horror film? Good question. Actually, it's a really good question. I'm big on film noir. Oh God, I love musicals. My favorite. I'll tell you what my favorite newer film is. I guess it's kind of horror though, because it doesn't really count. Is Anna and the Apocalypse. I really love that film. The soundtrack on it is superb. But like favorite non-horror film that I watch like on a regular basis. I'm trying to think if we got anything over there. Obviously, I like the Star Wars films. I'm a kid. I grew up with that stuff. But I'd have to say, non-horror. Good question. You got me there, man. Tom Sawyer is my favorite Rush film, actually. Song. Favorite non-horror. Let me think. I really love Beastmaster a lot. I watched that a few times. Like even before, I had like the DVD of Beastmaster. I used to watch that all the time. But I'm gonna go with. Oh God. Man, I don't know. It's so hard. Musicals usually. I like a lot of musicals. A lot of film noir, a lot of musicals. We'll put Grease 2. We'll say Grease 2. I love Grease 2. Oh, let me know what you think of it. Like, there's some of those, like The Walking Tall. It's not as brutal as, of course, the TV show, and it's got like, with a lot of those very special episodes because it's the type of show it is. Did you actually wiki that, Alan? Working Man's a good song. Popeye's fun. Popeye's is an underrated little film. A bit uneven, but I love it. Back to the Future, yes, hell yeah, great film. I love the sequels as well. I love Part 3. Back to the Future 3 is highly underrated. Do we need a Hellraiser reboot? I don't know. I mean, like, it depends on who does it and how it's done. Like, there's been a few Hellraiser films. Like, I don't think they can go much further with what they're doing. So I wouldn't mind. Got to give Doug Bradley uh, a part, and got to give props to the guy that like made it popular. Really do. And also, you got to keep. This is going to be controversial. I'm not sure you want Clive Barker like working on the Hellraiser film. Not too closely. Not too closely. He did great on the first one, but I'm not sure if you've read the Scarlet Gospels or not. But I have. And what the hell, Clive Barker? What the hell were you thinking? Your comic book for a Hellraiser, way better than what you did with Scarlet Gospels. Was that the Telltale games? Altman's best film. God, I really like Nashville. You know a movie that I really want to come out on Blu-ray, and I just missed on getting the VHS copy of it the other day because I got so excited. I was on like Facebook Marketplace and the guy was selling out these horror VHS for $2 each, and I saw like a stack of them there, right? And right at the bottom was Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, and I haven't seen Phantom of the Mall since I was like younger, and I love that freaking film, man. So I contacted him right away, and he'd sold Eric's Revenge. Eric's Revenge was the first one to sell. Hey there, Todd, welcome. But I really want to see that on Blu-ray. I really want a good edition. I would love to see like Vinegar Syndrome or Scream Factory. I don't care who puts it, or Arrow. But somebody please put out Eric's Revenge. Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. It's such a fun little film. Nashville's your favorite Altman too? Like, it's just, Nashville's one of those films. Like, what's it, like 2-3 hours? It's 3 hours long. It's a long film, right? But it doesn't seem it. It's one of those where the characters and the world building is so well done. Robert Altman's good with world building. That's why he can make a longer film, and it doesn't seem so long. Nashville is just one that really, it just stands out to me. Player's a good film. Shortcuts, yeah. But Nashville is hands down kind of the one for me. I do like MASH. Um, I like The Last Picture Show. Again, different one. I did not know. It's sad that Rudy Ray Moore had, if he was closeted, it's sad to know it was at a time, unfortunately, where he may not been able to, if it's true, not been able to, and that's a shame. Because everybody should be able to live their best life without anybody like getting on their case. Three Women. I haven't seen Three Women in a long time. I really got to reevaluate that one. I don't even remember it well. It's okay. Like, I like The Rock. He's charismatic, so the movie's going to be good. Going to be carried by The Rock anyway. It's definitely like he's a wrestler, so that kind of suits like Buford Pusser, who actually was a wrestler too. So you got that to take into consideration as well. Then they did those like straight to DVD Kevin Sorbo ones, didn't they? But Kevin Sorbo, like, man, he picked some weird films. Kevin Sorbo's almost becoming like a Pureflix guy, and that's a sad thing. Early Pauly Shore appearance, you're right, actually. And he is truly playing Pauly. Pauly Shore is underrated, Indy. I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to say this now. Pauly Shore is one of those guys, is better. Like, his movies weren't always good. Like, a lot of them weren't. But he was always better than a lot of the material that he did. And it comes from, like, here's a guy that, like, whose mother, like, owned a comedy club. And he grew up around all the great comedians. I love Moana. Actually, it's really fun. Well, I'm not Rudy since I don't know Rudy Ray Moore, and it honestly doesn't matter what his manager said because unless it actually came from the guy himself, it's here. It's gossipy stuff. I haven't heard anything else about Ready Player 2. I really did like Ready Player 1. The Shining scene actually stood out to me. Travolta was good in The Fanatic. The film's okay. He was better than the film. No, although I don't agree with Kevin Sorbo on a lot of things, he was very nice when I met him. I met Kevin Sorbo and he was a very nice person. But I'm not sure what happened though. Roadhouse is such a fun film. I love Roadhouse. I even like the Jonathan Shea sequel, Roadhouse 2. Jonathan Shea did a lot of these things. Man, he was in 8mm 2. He was in Roadhouse 2. We did the remake of Prom Night where he played the killer. I think he's like Jonah Hex on the Legends of Tomorrow series, actually. But I just think Rodos is just a blast. It's a lot of fun. Do you have Rodos? You had the one with I think it's a Kevin Smith commentary. Kind of cool, man. You've never had three women. Well, I have no. It's an interesting film, but it's one that I haven't seen for a long time. So I can't rightfully recommend it or not recommend it because I really don't remember the film that well. Because it has been. When I say ages, we're talking ages. Oh, we're talking with Ida Lapina. Okay, all right. That again, an amazing film. I do have that one here on DVD. I'd have to rewatch the cast. Three Women's got a great cast, so I'd really want to rewatch it. I know that Arrow put it out. Did Criterion put it out as well? Actually, I know that Arrow put it out. I think Arrow Academy, because that's probably the edition that I'd grab, which is sacrilege to Kubrick, who's like Criterion all the way. Are you still going up with the Shaft stuff, man? Okay, it was TV movies, but Columbo was TV movies. By the way, it's still considered a TV series. Encino Man's really good. have a great night, Matthew. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it, man. And Twisted Cinema, if you're still there, man, you're the man. Honestly, you really are. You made my night. Five movies you're obsessed with all the time. Body Double. Completely agree. I love that film. Crash. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do like the film a lot. Full Metal Jacket. Great cast. Great thing. Private Lessons. Oh, hell yeah. Crimes of Passion. Ken Russell. Indy. We are separated at birth. All those films are fantastic, and I love all of them. Do you remember when Crimes of Passion came out on VHS, and you had to make sure you got the right color case because there was the theatrical cut, and you didn't want to get that, and there was the unrated cut? Thank you, Salim Mer. Wow, you rock, and thank you so much for coming in. Feel free to ask me any question you want. Hey, Dave. Oh, don't worry about being late. It's one of these nights when I came on late. I love Full Metal Jacket. I really do. It's one of those films that you just. I don't have the Tremor 7 yet, though, Alan. By the way, I'm just joshing with you about the whole Shaft thing. You know that, right? You jumped again. I jumped for joy. And Solly Mary, you are definitely the man tonight. You are the VIP right now. Yeah, when they initially, so well, I was saying before, when Ken Russell initially put out Crimes of Passion, like it was different in theatricals than the uncut version. So when it came out on VHS, I think there's like a pink cover and a blue cover. I can't remember the colors right now, but when you went to the store, like to rent it on VHS, you'd look for like grabbing. You want to make sure you grab the right copy. I can see that. I can see why things certain films don't work for certain people. Like for instance, I'm not a big fan of Alien 3. You like it, um, and you each got our own reason for like things that resonate or don't resonate with us. And that's the cool thing about it. We all have different thoughts. I haven't mentioned it, Dave. Actually, I was almost. That was the other depressing thing. Yes, rest in peace, Christopher Plummer. Hey there, Mary. Thank you so much. You rock. Just so you know, you're awesome. Um, but unfortunately, we lost Christopher Plummer. One of the things that bothered me about the whole Christopher Plummer thing, and I mentioned this on my Twitter, was that I kept seeing like a lot of obit stuff for Christopher Plummer, and they would say Christopher Plummer passes away at 91, star of Sound of Music. So for those that don't know, out of all the things that Christopher Plummer did, he hated Sound of Music. He didn't want to make the film. When he made it, he was kind of in a bad place. He was kind of like drinking a lot during the making of the film. You wouldn't be able to tell. Christopher Plummer is an incredible actor, but he was drunk a lot during that film. And he's always found it a little bit too like saccharine, too sappy. He never really liked the Sound of Music. So as a huge Christopher Plummer fan, although I know that a lot of people really love the film, and because of that, they're going to like really think of like him, like, they're going to remember like him ripping down the Nazi flag, which is a really inspirational sequence, right, of the film, and think of him from that movie as the captain. But it's not something. It's not what he would want to be the one he's remembered for, man. Because he did so much stuff. You could have put on Christopher Plummer, star of the Canadian TV series Counter-Strike, and he would have liked that more. China Blue Forever. I agree, man. I gotta get that one. Like Arrow put it out. Mary, that is going definitely towards the Vinegar Syndrome halfway package fund. Just so you know, I'm trying to save for that. Again, amazing. Yes, incredible. And where Christopher Plummer was a Shakespearean actor, um, then yeah, he was amazing in Star Trek. He definitely made Star Trek 6. To me, Star Trek 6 and Star Trek 2, they're two of the best tracks for me. Dreamscape, yep. I love Dreamscape, Alan. Beginners and All the Money in the World. You've never seen Sound of Music. It's okay. I mean, it's not one of my favorites. The whole doe deer, a female deer. Hey, Anthony. Actually got last night to watch The Psychedelic Priest. That's a good way to watch it. It is actually. Though I probably shouldn't be like condoning that, but it is. Did not know he was in Vampire in Venice. Yeah, actually coming from Severn actually soon. You're right. Good film. I actually like Vampire in Venice. The second Nosferatu film. Of course, Nosferatu does not look like Nosferatu does in the first one. I was going to say to his wife, missed you this morning. The Star Crash, right on. I'll talk about you. Heard Nintendo do limited release games for the Switch. Yes, they do, actually, Jason. If I got one here, it's Super Mario All Stars 3D All Stars. Remember that one? As of March 31st, that's not being made anymore, physical or digital. So if you don't have it, pick it up. because it's a really good one. And if you like those three games, if you don't like those three games, don't get it. I Anthony, I often champion Malibu High on here to people. Actually, it's one of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome releases. And what's cool about it, it's like when you see the original cover of Malibu High, not at all what the movie's like. And that's a good thing in this case, because we got enough of those Malibu High type films, which are actually the cheesy like sexploitation, like high school comedy romp things, like the Porkies and stuff, though, and Yellow Popsicle. But yeah, Malibu High is really different, and I really like it. Yeah, that's where the song comes from. The whole A Spoonful of Sugar. That's Mary Poppins. But Doe, a deer, female deer. That's Sound of Music. Also, by the way, if you watch these '70s like TV series and TV films from Spider-Man, Nicholas Hammond starred in it, and Nicholas Hammond is one of the kids from the Sound of Music, by the way. I don't know a lot about the Rocky Four. I love Rocky Four like as it is. Director's cut. I'll be interested in seeing it though. I was a big fan of Rocky Four. What's my opinion on the Switch for someone who doesn't have one? Are you a Nintendo fan, Jason? That's what I gotta ask you first. Are you a Nintendo fan? Do you like the franchises? Do you like the Mario's and the Metroids and stuff like that? That's the thing. You get to see like some of these movies when you're a kid, and you watch them over and over again, and you just don't want to watch them anymore. I'm glad that you got into it, Craig. It's one of those ones that definitely needs a repeat viewing. Have I seen Heartless and Matt years ago? Uh, Anything Matt Chinamic, I pick up. Well, I got to get that one actually. Um, I don't remember it, but I was in love with her when I was younger. And who wasn't? She's gorgeous, right? And such a talented actress. Now she's on Riverdale, and I actually watch Riverdale because I totally like. I know it's a teen show. Well, now they're going to be in their 20s when it comes back off the jump. But I relate to Jughead. If you want to know what I'm like in real life, off of here, you watch Riverdale and you see the Jughead character, not too far off actually, especially in college, like not too far off. I was pretty emo and moody, and I wrote a lot. Cobra director's cut. Is there a director's cut of Cobra? I love Cobra actually. And you got that tagline, since the GameCube. I think it is. I mean, because Jason, you get yourself a system, right? It's it hooks up to your TV. Don't get the light. Get the actual switch. Cause so you got one you can use it on handheld. You can use it on your TV. Great games. Actually, Andy Milligan is kind of up my street, but actually, Anthony, to be honest with you, it's not enough up my street that I can actually like. I'll put it to you this way: Andy Milligan as a film study set for me, definitely up my street. Uh, as films that I'm gonna rewatch like over again, like not so much. And I do have like his best film in my collection, which is Fleshpot on 42nd Street. I'll go on that hill. I'll say Fleshpot on 42nd Street is Andy Milligan's best film. It's definitely his best writing. Um, and I could definitely do like I know enough that I could probably do like a little seminar in Andy Milligan, like a beginner's one. But yeah, I would have loved to have the set, but I couldn't afford it. I really couldn't, because I'm saving right now, and what I'm trying to do, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'm desperately trying to like scrape every cent I can aside for the Vinegar Syndrome package thing, because I want to be able. I want right now. I don't have anything coming in on a regular basis. Like I got some stuff coming in from last year, like the Mount Macabres that I got back at the time that I could. But if I can do the Vinegar Syndrome thing, then at least I know I've got something coming for the next 6 months to show you guys to talk about on a regular basis that we can go through together. Uh, I do like Hell Ashby a lot, actually. Hey, Skinset, welcome, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Jacob. Cobra's Pizza Scene might be my favorite in cinema history. Dream Lover. I gotta see. Again, Madchen she is one of the most beautiful women. PS5 or Switch, wanting to get one to go with your Xbox. That's hard. I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, what type of Xbox do you have? Do you have an Xbox One? Xbox Series X? Like, if you got an Xbox and you're more of an Xbox gamer, hey there, Richard, then go to Switch because at least it's different. But but it's all going to depend on which Xbox you got. For my recommendation, Series X. So you got a 4K player, right? Series X is 4K player. I go to Switch. It's different. You can always get the PS5 down the road, but at least with the Switch, you're getting yourself a console and a handheld at the same time. And you may not think that makes a big difference, or that may not be a big deal. It will be. Trust me. There's going to be times when I'm not sure if you got a better half or not. Like I do, or when you're just like out in the kitchen, or you're just somewhere else, and you want to take the Switch with you, and you just play it from there. That's actually genius. Since there we go, Skinsup loves the Switch too. Yeah, I gotta agree. It's one of the best consoles I've had. Like every generation, every last generation one. Like I had the PS4, I had the Xbox One. I used the Switch more than anything else. Watched General Bava's Demons tonight. Nice. Great stuff. Great soundtrack. I mean, what an amazing soundtrack. Snorting Coke from a Coke can. Yeah, that was fun. Don't do that, boys and girls. Coke is not good for you. You can drink the actual cola, but just watch Arrow Video Demons unboxing preview. I haven't seen that. I gotta check that out. You're still on PS3 is a great console. I love the set of a PS3 Skinslet. It's really good. Is online free for the Switch? No, it's not actually. But you know what? How much do you think the online costs for the Switch? It's $20. It's $20. And let me put it to you this way: in the U.S., yeah, $20. I think I paid $24 a year for my online for the Switch. You get it, and right out of the gate, man, you got a whole ton of NES games, whole ton of Super NES games right out of the gate. You can play at any time, and different versions of them too. And you get your online, and you get like bonuses and stuff. Have I seen? I love Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bolorama. It's a fun little film. It's not not a quality film, but I love it. No, yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I think that a lot of the plot was cut out of Cobra. Breath of the Wild, yeah. Breath of the Wild is one of the best games I've played in the last decade. Hands down. One of my favorite games of all time is Breath of the Wild. Am I expecting much from a new Ghostbusters movie? I'm hoping it'll be fun. I was one of the people that didn't mind the last Ghostbusters movie, like didn't mind what it was going to be, but I think it failed. I wish, because he had such good cast, but I don't think that I think that the script like failed the cast. It was similar and it's different. I mean, like they don't do monthly games, but when they put out games, they put out like a bunch of games. Uh, and the games they put out are going to be like the Super Nintendo and the NES games. So you're going to get a lot of classic games on there, Jason. So a lot of the games you probably remember playing. Uh, so if you ever picked up like one of those, those plug and plays that Nintendo put out, like the NES one and the Super NES one, you're not going to have to use that now. It's all going to be on Switch. Top Gun 2, new Mission Impossible coming out. I gotta get into Twitch, Skin Step. I might actually one of these days. I might actually kind of like avail of your knowledge on that. I'm actually waiting. I want to get one of the newer consoles. Like when I get to the next generation console, then I'll be streaming on Twitch. Do you find revenue good on Twitch? Because I'd like to like diversify. Like I wouldn't take away from what I do here, but I do it as a bonus, so that I have people. I could speak to people on there. Actually, not a bad idea. Let me get my. What's my favorite Steven Spielberg movie? Uh, Duel, actually. Like I like the classics like ET and stuff like that too, but probably Duel. I watch Duel actually quite a bit. It's one of those movies that I think is a great course in like pacing and editing. You're gonna want to get like a an SD card, Jason. But the good thing is, it takes standard SD cards, so it's not gonna be expensive to get to up to your the storage on your Switch. And the fact is, the Switch will, you can get a lot of games on a little bit of storage. Hey, Samurai Guy, welcome, man. It has been a while. I loved your video that you did. Was that your better half, by the way, in the video? Um, when you when you talked about Action Jackson, because I so love that, and I am also an Action Jackson fan. So you were preaching to the choir on that one. I don't think that I have to like tell anybody who this guy is, but in case I do, and you're not subbed to his channel, make sure that you do. I did a video with Master Cat on Master Chaos TV's channel with Samurai Guy. Awesome dude, great channel. And if you're not checking it out, you gotta check it out. You gotta be subbed. That sounds cool, Skin Slip. Let me get it set up and stuff first. It's gonna take me a little bit, but I'll definitely be down. Definitely. I mean, like, what I got. Share what I got. Like, really quickly. So, really quickly, what I got on Switch. Like, well, these are some of them anyway. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. See this one? This one's only out to March 31st. After that, no physical, no digital. It's gone. Limited edition. They're vaulting it, same as they do with Disney. Animal Crossing. If you like that type of stuff, if you don't, you're not going to want it. But if you do, definitely pick it up. Super Smash Brothers. Way harder than you think. Way more fun than you think. Love this game. Super Mario Odyssey. One of the best, if not the best Mario game ever made, next to Super Mario 3, and of course Super Mario Sunshine, which I do love. Legend of Zelda, greatest game made in the last 10 years. Putting it out there. And because I'm a huge fan of fighter games, Ultra Street Fighter 2. What's cool about this, aside from having like a really cool Street Fighter game, is there's this book that came out, like it was a 250-page art, like Street Fighter 2 art book, and the entire book is on here. And you can actually, because you got a Switch, and because it's kind of book size anyway, it's perfect. It's the perfect console for it. But there you go. And as you can see, just to give you an idea what they look like, there you go. That's how tiny they are. Back to the days of the cartridge. Hope that helps you. I've been on Master Chaos TV's channel. I have. Samurai Guy, we got to do something together sometime. We will collab on something. He's a much bigger channel than me. I'm that geeky movie guy. What's my favorite game that I'm playing right now? I haven't been playing a lot recently, to be honest with you. I recently deleted my save file on Breath of the Wild because I wanted to start it over, fresh right from the beginning. I haven't been playing a lot on my PlayStation or my Xbox recently. My Xbox really has become like kind of a glorified 4K player. Not because there's no games on there, because there are. It's just that I really haven't had a lot to do. I haven't played Hades actually. Has it tasted? I have not tasted a Switch cartridge. That's different. I play a lot of older stuff. So you want to know like the latest game I've been playing? Want me to be honest with you, Samurai Guy? I got a PSP. My mother got me a PSP a while back, and I'm a retro game guy. And I love the handhelds. That's one of the reasons I like Switch so much, because I can just play it anywhere. So I've been playing Manager Mode on SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 for the PSP. And I was gaining momentum, and I was winning. I was booking some really good shows. And then I lost in the WrestleMania booking. And if you lose in WrestleMania booking when you're playing Manager Mode, drafting is a really big, important part of the game, right? So then the other company gets the draft picks first, and you get crappy draft picks. So yeah, I'm started over on that game. I'm determined to win. So probably not what you expected. The original Outer Limits, yeah. Both seasons of the original Outer Limits is on Kino Lorber Blu-ray. I actually got them. They're really, really good. Can you contact me? You should better contact me. Master Samurai's got my email. Master Samurai. Master Chaos TV has my email because I don't want to contact you either here. But just ask Master Chaos to hook you up. Or you can just add me on Facebook if you want to. I'm not sure if you're a Facebook user or you're on Twitter. I'm on both of those. And I'm also on Instagram. So I'm Charm007 on Instagram. I'm Mr. Call to Cinema on Twitter. And it's just my name on Facebook like everybody. So I should be good for Thursday. Let me check with my work. Because, hell. But yeah, that's, I should be good. Should be blast. Oh no, you got it boxed. The nicest boxed games I got some Atari boxed games. I'm a huge Superman fan. For those who don't know, I'm a huge comic book geek, right? I'm a huge comic geek. And I got the boxed edition of Superman, the Atari 2600 game. And I'm not sure if you've ever seen the artwork on the box. It's incredible, the artwork on the box for the 2600 game. I'm not sure who did it, but it does have kind of a Kurt Swan look to it. No, I only work Monday to Friday now. I'm out of for pretty much. We started back on working Monday to Friday weekdays. Now for a while I was working kind of a split shift because we used to work weekends as well. But yeah, I don't do weekends anymore. Not usually till October. And hope to God that I'm somewhere else by October. And it's cool when you can find a boxed game. You got a sealed PSP? That you've never played it. I need to get the Vita as well. The Vita is a really good game of the system, by the way, guys. It is a criminal shame that system never got the love from Sony it deserved. Star Fox 64, nice. Rumble Pack. The first 64 that I got it. My kid, she was 3, right? And I wanted to start her into kind of into gaming early, and so I picked up. I was working a new job. I was actually a counselor at a day camp for we had like about 65, 70 kids there. Then we would so I picked up this like the Donkey Kong edition of the 64. It came with the expansion pack in it and everything, so that was kind of cool. Played the hell out of it. Love Donkey Kong 64, and I love Diddy Kong Racing. Bought a Vita just to play Persona 4 Golden. Nice. Persona 4 Golden, excellent game by the way. You, thanks for coming in, man. I hope to see you in here again soon, and have an awesome evening, man. You were right here from the beginning. Don't worry, I'll be going soon too. My voice is starting to go. One of the reasons that I do Saturday videos, like Saturday live videos now, is because I don't work on Saturdays. Most of my shifts are 9 to 5:30. That's why I got to see what my shift is for next week. I'm pretty sure it is, and if it is, then I'm definitely Samurai. I'm definitely gonna be down with it. But yeah, Outer Limits, man, you got to check it out, Dave. 2 seasons are put out, so both seasons. So the first season, excellent. It's got like more like episodes, lots of commentaries, all that type of stuff on there. Second season, it's a thinner season, but it's got a lot of features. What do I like better, Twilight Zone or Outer Limits? Oh, that's hard. They're very different shows. I mean, Joe Stefano's was like a star Outer Limits. It was a Monster of the Week type show, and I love Monster of the Week type shows. Twilight Zone is a series with a lot of heart, and definitely the better written out of like both of the shows, like in the long run. And but it would have some unevenness, which like if you're running a series for a long period of time, you're going to have that, especially in an anthology. I'm going to go Twilight Zone though. I've always loved the Twilight Zone show. I love the magazine as well. They used to come out. This is really cool, like Twilight Zone magazine with a lot of short stories in it. But I think if you're a collector and you like anthology shows, then both of them should be in your collection. Oh, but here's the thing now, Andy. The cool thing now is you can buy PSP for a lot cheaper now, and you can get those some of those movies. You go to the right place, man. You can get them for like $1 each. I have played Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th when I used to have. Now, can I play them on Switch? You can play. Can you play Dead by Daylight on Switch? I know I played Friday the 13th on Switch. Michael, you have a great night, man. It's been great having you in here. I will see you again soon. Well, hopefully. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Just responding to a message here. Hey, Dave. Have a great evening. So it seems like everybody's getting tired, and I have been on there for like around 104 minutes, which is a decent amount for like, usually it's the length of a good Andrew Stevens thriller. Uh, so, first off, I want to say a special thank you to Mary and Twisted Cinema. Uh, Donations right now, like it had been a while, and thank you, like 100% thank you so much. It blows me away, and it helps the channel a lot. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Call to Cinema, Thank everybody for coming in tonight and joining me and having a blast and like just listening to me ramble on. It's time for tea. It's a little bit late here. It's like, what time is it here now? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I might have a tea, and I'm not really tired. I don't work tomorrow. So I'm probably going to work on we'll probably watch another movie before I go to sleep. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I've had a blast. I should be hopefully doing another live video tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be on with the Fat Samurai guy there on Thursday. He just reached out to me. That's why I just messaged there back. And I will see you guys here again soon. Probably tomorrow for another live video right here in the Call to Cinema. Have an awesome night. Have an awesome weekend. Watch lots of cool movies. And remember, enjoy it. Have fun. Mary?